Okay. So, today, unfortunately, I'm typing a little slower. Yesterday I was opening a can of beans and I cut one of my fingers on the lid, which didn't really hurt that much, but it hurt me more than that because, I don't know, it hurt my pride. Anyway, so what's going on in here? Yeah. Shoot, I didn't commit the copy and paste stuff before putting in my hacks for disabling all this stuff. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Okay, I do not want that. Actually, I should explain. In case you haven't seen this before, if you do git add-i, it's an interactive add, or in other words, adding stuff to the staging area. And it lets you add only specific changes from files instead of the entire change, which is what I'm going to be using right now to try and get just the copy and paste changes and none of the hacks that I did for memory. So, no, yes, yes, yep, yes, yeah, actually, that's worth keeping too. That last PC time is what I was using to turn off the post condition if it was going to use too much CPU time. Yeah, that's fine. That's so that yeah, I'll keep that. Demonstration to prevent. Okay, let's split this because I don't want that print statement at the bottom. Yes, yes, and no. Yes. Yeah. Yes, actually, I don't want this in the logs anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yes. Yeah, that's a bit of a hack, but it does work. No. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have so many issues to fix right now. May as well keep that. Oh, I just moved it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Whatever. And yes, that's the new thing I added. And I think, what happens if I haven't done diff before in here? Oh, yeah. And let's just quit. I think this is good. Oh, review diff. So I think this is the staged diff. Man, I wish I'd just pushed that commit, and then I wouldn't have had to do all this. Okay, now let's quit. Okay, so now let's see what's left over in the stuff it didn't add. Oh, hey, how come this didn't get added in? That definitely needs to go in. Oh, I see. I see what happened. Okay, I need to split this. And yes, I want that. But no, I don't want that. Okay, I think I got it now. Yeah. Okay, good. Gut punch this. And now, the thing I need to do today is I'm working on memory. Now I have an idea for how to deal with it, but it is not something that I only have about an hour here, maybe an hour and a half before I need to go to work. And yes, I know, the last time I worked on this project before going to work, I was a zombie at work all day. And that's probably going to happen again today, but So, all right. Now, what do we have in here again? Oh, yeah. So, and now I think I want to do, I don't know, how do you do this again? Dash B, I think I'll call this Logisim reduce mem. Seems reasonable as a branch name. And well, I'll add this as a separate commit so that I can revert it. Temp hacks to help measure memory. And now this is, so because this is a new branch, I'm going to type git push and it's going to say, oh no, you can't push. Can't do that. And it'll just say use this command instead. I do not have any idea how to type that other command. I just always wait for it to tell me what it is. Like, why doesn't it just do this automatically? Anyway. So there we go. Now we've made a new branch. And so let me now change to the drawing tool. And I'll use the drawing tool to explain how I'm planning to reduce memory. And there's a couple of things I want to bring up. So, whoops. And actually, while we're here, I do feel like listening to some music. Oh yeah, actually this was pretty good. Maybe... I mean, you can see how you're seeing all of my music suggestions. I guess I don't care too much about that. And what do I want to listen to? Maybe I don't want to listen to anything. Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe I don't. No, this. Okay, so last time I actually went through and calculated how much space each gate is taking, and it's like 1024 kilobytes. Now, the size of the grid, or the map, is 128 by 64, which is equal to 8192. In other words, that means that we need to figure out what our most expensive grid element is, which is most likely the register. And we need to make sure that that is less than a certain amount of bytes for each one. What is our budget? Well, we have 2048 times 1024 bytes of memory total. I'll just write this as 2048K, but leave, let's just randomly say 500K for functions, global, like little, or like LUTs, missed globals. Divide remaining by 3 so that we can at least have one undo coordinate. I think we need to do 3 to have at least one undo at all times. So that means something like 1500K divided by 3 is equal to 500K, and we need to be able to fit 8192, so say bytes of space, or like I'll say this is bytes budget for all 8192 objects. So each object must have at most, well, let's round this up to 512K because it'll divide nicely. Have at most how many, so this is 512K divided by 8K, which is, what's 512 divided by 8? It's 64 bytes. Can we do that? Oh shoot, my alarm. Okay. Can we do that? Now, let me quickly draw the situation that we have. How come this is looking bad? Anyway. We have a grid that has pointers into the nets, gates, and junctions. I'll draw the nets like this. And the gates and the junctions, and every gate has ports, so do junctions. And these are also double-ended connections. Everything's a double-ended connection, I'm pretty sure. And the nets can point like this. Whoops, well, whatever, it's fine. And what I am contemplating here is just getting rid of actual pointers, in other words, like table references, and replacing them with integers, and having essentially a lookup Well, let me start by being a little bit more clear about what I'm doing. So, um, let's take the register. I'm pretty sure the register is the biggest object. So I'm going to change everything to be like registers. No more strings for the type. No more table pointers. Well, I guess we'll keep the... Well, no, even this lookup table, it can be an integer that gets looked up, like gets mapped to a table index. All of this is motivated by the fact that we're pretty good on performance. I don't know how long that situation will last. And so let me this is going to be a little annoying to look at. So this doesn't change the performance. That's all I really wanted to know. And so even when we like fill the place up, like the performance basically is fine. So yeah, that's why I think I can get away with adding extra indirections to convert integers to table pointers, and in some cases we may be able to avoid that as well. Anyway, this is distracting. Let me just do this or something. Yeah, okay. Now, the gate, so now what I'm going to do is idea a reg, for example, is now an array of numbers. So we would have something like, you know, struct, if I'd write it in C syntax, struct reg, right? It would be int type, int well, I can just copy this. What the heck? Well, okay, int chord. I think you get the idea, but etc. But then when we get to ports, it would basically be like this. Well, I'm writing it as a struct, but what I really do mean is like it would be like port 0. Oops. Port 0 net. What else do we need in a port, actually? State. Remind me why the ports needed a state? Oh, because they act as nets. Right? Oh my god. Dude.